Disclaimer, copyrights enforced. The following is based on true events, facts, fiction, second-party observations, nonsense, hearsay, bullshit. You be the judge. One thing we guarantee is 100% pure entertainment. All names, places, persons, and things, etc. have been changed for privacy issues. This show is R-rated, may contain obscene language, nudity, not for persons under 18. Please listen responsibly. I'm ready, bros. I'm ready. No bell, people. No bell. Welcome to Blowhard Talk Hard with Julian.
And Rymer.
Rymer's back, and we also have...
Producer Pat is also here in the third seat.
The third seat.
Yeah, we're socially distant here in a new location, which is pretty awesome.
Temporary location.
Temporary location, but it serves a purpose.
Serves a purpose, but it's a nice location, yes?
It is.
Don't disclose where we are.
No,
nothing. It's private.
Yeah, this is like a bunker. If shit goes down, this is where I want to be holed up.
Yeah.
But this table is almost like too nice for the podcast.
Yeah.
It is.
We're sitting around one of the nicest.
When we talked about having a table, I think this is what Julian was envisioning, but it's much nicer than what we actually ended up with
At our studio.
At our studio.
Well, this is it's a high-end poker table.
It is. It's got that velour that when you put your hand on it, like you can draw like penises and shit in it, like that kind of stuff.
Yes. Just don't fucking damage it.
It's like a table where everyone walks up to it, they think it's going to make them a winner, and then it's going to be stained with tears.
There's winners, but then there's losers. That's what life is about, right?
Yes.
Rymer, rumor had it you were in Maui, Pat said last time.
Yeah, right.
He goes, where's Rymer? He's either in Maui or Hamilton. I go, well, let's take a guess. Hamilton?
Yeah. It's the Maui of Southern Ontario.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Imagine.
Because you do not have a tan.
No, but I was outside for fucking 10 minutes and got pink.
Hot.
It's too hot. I
get that headache. When I was younger, man, I used to sit out in the sun, put oil on, fucking, they hit it. Now it's like I go and have a half a smoke in the backyard. I'm like, I gotta go inside. This is terrible.
Yeah. It was too hot to think, man. Like just like hovering around the air conditioner, staring at it, going, I need to do something, but I can't.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Just let's talk a little bit of hockey. Remember, I don't know if you were there, or I know Pat was there. We called Montreal in 7 against the Leafs.
Yeah.
And it was 3-1. Then we made this apologetic, I guess we lost kind of bullshit. And then that girl on Instagram said, what kind of meth I smoke? And then I said, I was LOL, good meth.
Yeah.
And it was like a joke. Obviously, I saw
that.
And then Montreal came back, and then Game 7, I predicted 3-1 final, and my buddy's like, yeah. Then all the Leaf guys are all like acting like crazy, like typical. And today I posted on Twitter, people, look at it. Sean Avery, the ex-New York Ranger, is going off on the Leafs. How shit they are, and how the Leaf fans are crazy and whatever. You got to listen to it. Look on Twitter, Blowhard Pod, at Blowhard Pod, P-O-D.
Okay, I'm going to back it up here a little bit. Okay, first off, I have said, and I'll repeat it again, Leafs will not win a cup until Hamilton gets a team. All right, and I was also, and then also to say that you said, well, maybe I just want the Canadians to win one. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm sure they'll win one in that first round. I think we all thought that. But fucking to see them come back and sweep Winnipeg like that, and who's it going to be? I watched the game last night.
Vegas, Colorado.
Yeah.
Montreal's winning the cup.
I believe the last time they won 7 games in a row was against our old and the current Daryl Sittler.
Yeah.
Was a part of that team, which is kind of funny.
Oh, I didn't know that. In 93, when Montreal won the cup, they won 11 overtime games in a row in the playoffs with Patrick Waugh.
Yeah, never done before.
Never.
No.
And this year, Montreal's winning the cup. They have two. They're clicking, man. They're on fire. Carey Price is on. They're done. They're too good.
Yeah.
And the other teams I know are good, but
Fleury's fucking a great goalie, phenomenal. It's just
there's no Carey Price.
No Carey Price.
But anyways, you know what? I want the fans. Look, 14,000 in Carolina, Tampa, like Toronto, Montreal still got 2,000. I don't get it.
So who did you call, by the way? Sorry, you called Colorado?
Colorado or Vegas are facing the Habs.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the two.
But who do you think is going to win?
Montreal's winning the cup.
Dude, who do you think is going to be? Okay, I think, Vegas.
Vegas is winning the cup.
No, Vegas is going to make the finals. I'm not going to call.
Oh,
it
you mean Vegas is going to beat Colorado? Yes.
Yeah.
They're up 3-2. But Sportsnet had a pool on the internet. Pick your team. And
Yeah.
I'm the only guy. I might win 25 grand. I picked the Habs to go all the way.
Well, I saw at one point if you picked your just put $100 down on the Canadians to win when they first entered, it was going to be like something like I think like $10,500.
Obviously, they just barely made the playoffs.
I could be off by $500, but
Well, I was saying it to Julian before, and we were just chatting before we started recording, that like Jimmy Connors had a great quote where he was saying, like when he would be in like the U.S. Open or Wimbledon or whatever, it's like all he felt he had to do was win the first round, and then he felt he was really in the tournament.
He builds his momentum.
And I always thought that was a great kind of quote, like if you've done any sort of tournament sports, it's like getting through that first, because everyone, no matter what your skill level in that first round, anything can happen.
Exactly.
And you've got, you're just there. But once you get through that first sort of scene and you kind of find your zone, you realize, then you can really get into it. And I think they proved that by getting a lot of these 7-game series too, can really like
bust you up,
but also motivate. Like then all of a sudden, like the team you can really coalesce.
Well, it's a different headspace when you're in the finals. First, because it's a new game. It's a new game. It doesn't matter what you did. If you're still hinging on, hey, we did really well during the regular season.
Exactly.
That's regular season mindset.
It's over.
Yeah, the finals are anybody's game, and
anybody could win.
And you have to be at your best at all times.
Yeah, everybody's got to click.
Yeah. And that's why when there's those close games, at the end of the day, it was still you might have both been at your best, but really the best won.
And it's also the breaks. The game 7, Austin Matthews in the first 5 minutes hit the post.
Yeah.
If he scores that goal, it's 1-0 Toronto. Maybe they win that game. But he hits the post, no luck. Montreal scores first, game over.
Boom. Yeah. And then you also have other factors like the officiating, like Boston called out fucking New York.
Refereeing sometimes is bad, but you know what? I don't look at it that way because...
Like when the Flames won the Stanley Cup against Tampa Bay, which ultimately turned out that Tampa Bay would win the Cup.
We won.
We won. It was the second unofficial Stanley Cup.
That's the only thing I can't say about that Sean Avery rant is he says, cheer for Tampa Bay. I'm like, fuck you.
Exactly. Thank you very
much. Who wants
much.
Tampa Bay to win? Who really cares? But
No.
It's like who cares and who cares more.
Yeah, I'm glad Florida's open. Great. I look forward to going down to Disney World, but fuck the Tampa Bay.
No, it would have just been so much nicer in Montreal if they had the fans the way Carolina does and all those other teams, because 15,000 people cheering would have made the game crazy.
Let's talk about that, man. What's going on? I saw the game last night too, and it was like I haven't really paid attention to the fans, and then all of a sudden I'm noticing there's fans in the U.S. games
because they got double immunized. My sister and my niece got double immunized already.
Okay, yeah. So that of course you feel fucking let's do it.
Yeah, they get the double needle. They're good to go. Over here, we're waiting for months.
But they have.
But even it doesn't even matter. Like even Florida, whatever, regardless of immunization status, they are just saying, "Listen, we're going to live our lives."
Well. Let's not go to that level because people do get sick, Pat. I know you're Mr. Fucking.
No, I'm not saying no, but people have recovered. People are getting immunized.
Yeah, what about the people that die?
Well,
I don't want to make this. See, let's just drop this because there is people who. I was just talking to my buddy here because we were referring to the poker, and he works at a hospital in Toronto.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't want to talk about it. He goes, but at the end of the day, he goes, when you see 2-3 people going to the morgue every day. He goes, it's not fucking fun.
Of course, nobody wants to.
Yeah. And I've talked to, and I've got
that's all I'm saying. And I want
with healthcare workers. You're right. People, we can dismiss it. There's those anti-masking bullshit. But those people who are on the fucking front lines that we're all thanking, they're seeing the shit. Like,
they see it, and it's not fun. It's depressing.
It is.
If you would just want to fill up a stadium with 50,000 people because you're ignorant, without any needles or any kind of thing, you know what? You're an idiot.
But it's changing. It does change the game. It changes the momentum to have those fans in the room. Well, yeah. And Florida, Florida has been the. I don't know, like, because I watched the UFC. I enjoy the UFC, and they had one of their first matches a month ago in Florida when they brought back the fucking audience, and it was just me. It was just
Texas was the first one when the Jays had their home opener. 50,000 people they let.
Yeah, but the UFC also had a huge match in Central Florida.
Part of me actually enjoyed it a little bit without the fans because you can actually hear the fight, but there's definitely a whole nother level with the fans when you're watching it on.
For sure. Fans make the excitement, but you could actually hear what? The people, the guys getting punched?
Yeah, exactly. You can hear the corner shouting out, going, fucking, work the right.
Yeah, see, I hated that about hockey was when you hear the guy, hey, over here. It's like, you don't need to hear that.
No, it's sort of fun sometimes when they have players wired up, but again, when the players know they're wired up, they're going to talk cheap. They don't talk normally. They're not calling a guy,
saying, hey,
listen, you fucking pussy.
Yeah, you don't have Sean Avery spewing off shit.
Yeah, there's not, they,
they're
it's being
controlled,
called gay.
Yeah.
Like
they know they're on NBC and they're like,
yeah, come on, boys, let's get at them.
Yeah. We do work 100%. We give 100%. Thank God. You know what? Everybody's a team effort. Blah. Shut the fuck up, man.
Let's play full 60
minutes. The gloves drop. They're not saying pussy.
Yeah. Then once there's no mic, you fucking piece of shit. I'll get whack you in the head next game.
Yeah. Every racial epithet.
Punch those dentures of yours so hard, your asshole's gonna have teeth.
Yeah, that's right. And also after the game, let's go back to the hotel and make love.
What?
I'm sure the players are probably talking like that.
Oh my God! You see what Pat does to me? Fuck. You see, listeners, Pat is one fucking sick fuck. He just said the players go back and make love. I don't know what the fuck that means.
But players don't make love.
Oh, sorry.
They fuck.
They fuck each other?
No comment.
Yeah. Okay, moving forward. You know what? We were just, before as we came in, you said, get me a beer. And I said, what kind of, whatever you want. I go, the bunker's got beers.
Yeah.
And
cold beers, man.
Fucking right, they're cold.
We're sipping back some cold beverages right now. This is beautiful.
Julian does it right.
Absolutely.
And with all his friends, they're all named Johnny.
There's a lot of Johnnies in this town.
You have to emphasize which Johnny.
Here's Johnny.
When I asked you, which is the most popular beer, and then you were saying, like, what would you choose?
Well, given the options, man. Hold on.
No, not okay. You don't have a full fucking bar, obviously. But if you had 5 choices, like I'll tell you, like last Friday, like whatever it was, like 2 years ago, the number 1 beer that was taken was Coors Light. It was weird. I couldn't believe it.
That is a weird.
That's the manager calling.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I don't know, because you also had Heineken on them. Like, because if I'm at a place, I like Heineken, but also if I'm doing something, there's like Coors Light.
Yeah, but Heineken's more on the premier side, right?
It's delicious though.
Heineken is my beer of choice when I used to drink beer. But if you had a choice between Canadian, Budweiser, I don't know, Coors Light.
So Bud Light, Key, Stella, Stanley, Mill Street Organic. That's what we sold at the Sky Dome when we were at beer vending.
Those are the big ones?
Yeah.
Mill Street Organic is not actually very tasty.
Yes, I don't think
it
tastes like it used to either.
Mill Street Organic, I would fucking whip it at your head.
No, it's
Mill
not
Street Organic, just like most cheap beers, like a Coors Light, is best when it's fucking almost frozen.
So why is it called organic?
I think it was the only certified organic beer in North America.
Coors has one now. Coors brought out Coors Organic.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's better than the Mill Street one though. Like because it's.
I haven't tried it.
And it's organic because
I don't know. They use the hops so they grow like there's.
They fucking lie about everything.
I'm sure. Like
Jesus Christ.
Hey, listen, I've heard
the water is organic because
I've
it
heard
has
this. When
2
you get
H's
your
in an
organic
O.
food because it hasn't been no pesticides on it.
How do you know?
When it comes across the border, from my understanding by law, they have to pesticide bomb them so you're not bringing in pests.
There's this, what's that, a flea market or a fruit market?
Yeah.
They sell mushrooms, a package of mushrooms for $25 because they're organic.
Right.
But you could go to Loblaws for $5. And just because they say, I don't believe in this. I think it's all fucking lies.
Well, I got a guy who also sells organic mushrooms, but they're $15 a gram, which is not bad.
Yeah. Those are he picks those off the farm.
No, yeah. And seriously.
They're magic.
I know everything you need to know about organic fruits and vegetables if you ever needed to.
Right. So they do pesticide them, right? When they come across.
No, well.
Okay, what is an organic orange compared to a regular orange?
Again, you would never notice. Some of them you don't notice the taste. So technically, like an organic orange.
Is it a taste? Do you think it's better? Is it a difference?
I mean, maybe slight amount of nutrient level because it's allowed to kind of grow because a lot of this sort of large agro farming, like that they do on these massive scales now of giant corporations, the way they do it and the way that they push the production is the soils are not as nutrient dense. So a tomato that you get doesn't have as many sort of vitamins and minerals and all the other things that make a tomato good that you would. So
Like as my father's garden.
your father's garden, because
Those
you
tomatoes
probably
are this juicy, like they're
and
juicy.
they're delicious. You feel it, like when you, and that's
You can
where.
eat that with a little olive oil,
garden
dip some
grown-
bread. Yeah,
But so that's sort of organic in a nutshell. When you can kind of see, like, I ate some organic ginger yesterday. It's much smaller than you would see at a store,
Okay.
and it was I felt that ginger. I just ate it raw, a hunk, because I do weird things.
You
like
ate
that.
it, or you put it like you put
I
it
just
in
eat
your
it as a
ass?
hunk. Yes, I took a ginger suppository yesterday.
The suppository, what?
But
Well,
my point is, like you buy a tomato from Loblaws, it's
Yeah.
like hard like a baseball.
Hard like a bit, and you smell the tomato. It doesn't smell like a tomato.
It's good only for like a sandwich. It's not good for a salad because
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
filler.
it's like just.
And I've been. I don't know if this is the case for all of it when they're mass grown, but they're like when they're hydroponically grown, they're just like they don't have the nutrients from soil. They're just getting. I feel like they're just getting water and whatever chemicals they're putting in there to quickly grow the tomato. I don't know if that's true.
Stupid question. Why is the chicken wings so many chicken wings? Like, do the chickens die? Like, how many chickens do they kill to get 2 pounds of chicken wings?
Yeah.
They kill 50 chickens?
They must.
Yeah.
Because they're not making chickens with unless there may be out
But is
there.
that when they sell, like Hooters, they sell 1 million chicken wings?
No.
Like,
Well, when they cut the wing, they cut the wing into what is it? 3 parts, right? You get the
No, but
little
it's still- you only
bony
get
bit, the drumstick bit.
2 wings per
You're
chicken.
supposed to get 2 per chicken.
No, 3. 2.
There's no 3-wing
What
chicken.
3-wing chicken are you fucking?
No, yeah, 3 per wing. Like when you cut the wing,
Well, the
right? You get
piece.
like that little drumstick bit.
Okay.
You get the double bone bit, and then you get the little wingtip bit,
Yeah, then you get the beak bit.
and then you get the big bit.
But as Julian is saying, technically speaking, you should
it's-
only get 2 wings
It's
per chicken.
outrageous. Like, you think about how many fucking chickens get killed to make 2 pounds of chicken wings.
Well, man, when you want to fucking think of it's going to blow your mind, you're going to want to be a vegetarian after. I go, holy fuck! If I was to collect all the bones of the fucking chicken wings I have, and you put them in my backyard, you would think I was like a fucking psychopath. There's like it's just way too much involved. You're right. I fucking love wings for
Yeah,
some
but it
reason.
makes no, like, yeah, that's what I'm
But-
saying. But it just, like, if you think about it, just way too many chicken wings for the chickens.
But then there's like all those chicken breasts. We do a
Well,
lot
yeah,
of
so
fucking
you get
chickens,
2
like-
breasts then, also from the same chicken,
Yeah,
and
I think you
Yeah,
get
but they're
6
not-
wings in total.
and
Yeah, but
2
you don't
drums.
go to a bar and watch the hockey game and have 8 breasts.
No, yeah. So like, if you're getting a pound, or again, I'll eat 3 or 4 pounds of chicken wings
Easily.
Let's go-
They're
Yeah.
fucking 6 wings each per pound.
So that is that like literally
You remember?
20 to represent 20
That's
dead.
what I'm saying.
You remember back in the day, it used to be like 10-cent wing
10
wing
cent
nights.
wings. Yeah, we used to get
Oh.
like 50 at a time. And,
Easily.
Oh yeah.
Now they're fucking $20 for 2 pounds, and you fucking eat them in 5 seconds, and it's like, what the fuck?
And
Yeah.
Rymer and I have a friend who is one of he's a wing master, and we
Oh yes. He fucking smokes and makes his own hot sauce.
and we go and he
Smokes
uses
wings are
the full
gorgeous.
wings, but we eat a lot of wings at his place, and that represents a lot of
How does he make the wings, though?
he smokes them. He's a smoker.
Yeah, like he'll take a whole day to make fucking. You pick up the wing and like the meat's falling off.
It's sort of
almost.
mind blowing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
No, he's
but
a
what about
scientist.
when you put the chicken wings in the oven? It takes long, but they're pretty good baked too.
Oh, I love that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
only way I do
Yeah.
it.
At the bar, sometimes they'll do them like that, but it takes like another 40 minutes.
So after they're smoked, let's say you don't go through all of them, you can reheat them like in the oven and they're fucking just still.
What
Gorgeous.
about these fryers that have no oil?
The air
I
fryers.
Yeah, my niece just got one for her birthday. Somebody gave it to her.
I don't know these.
I've never tried.
It's
Someone
no oil. It's just air fryer. Yeah, so I go. You could put chicken wings in there, and they'll cook like chicken. But I haven't tried it yet. She just got it.
Okay,
So
you got to report
Is there
back.
grease involved?
No, it's
No.
it's an air.
Oh.
It's the new technology. A girl I work with has it. She swears by it. So you report back.
I'm very curious. Yeah, because I go. You put like potatoes in
You
there.
can
Are you
make-
going to get French fries, like real French fries?
Like crispy, greasy French fries.
Apparently you
without
do.
the
Like
grease.
I think you may put like just a dab of like olive oil or something.
No.
It's
Supposedly
like
it's
zero.
air, zero. Yeah. Is it like the George Foreman grill that pretends that it could cook a steak, and then when you make that steak, it looks like it's a boiled piece of crap?
I went through 3 George Foreman. There was one Christmas where my parents gave my brother, my sister, and I.
And they sucked, right?
For the first couple times, it was fascinating, but also they're so messy, hard to clean, and in the end, you're like, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever
Did
seen."
he
George
cook,
Foreman
did he-
grill-
did he cook it well though?
No.
Okay, so that's the
The
question.
George Foreman grill is just the medium for making grilled cheese sandwiches. That's it.
Yeah, it's the best thing.
That's the best thing it does.
What about
Or
a
cookies. I've tried cookies.
What about a microwave? Garbage.
I haven't used I've stopped using a microwave like maybe 8 years ago.
I haven't had a
10 years
microwave
ago.
since I moved east. So like,
But you
almost-
have a microwave just to heat up a sandwich and melted cheese or something. Other than that, people cook with microwaves. You ever cook up with a microwave? Like,
No,
what are you
it's
going to cook?
garbage.
Yeah, it's nasty.
You're
man.
better off having just a toaster oven if you want to make
Toaster ovens are, yeah,
Yeah.
but again, you can't cook. Like, these people are putting in chickens in a microwave and they're coming out like, are you
It
serious?
tastes like rubber. I've had
it's garbage.
that
Even a
fucking
hot dog in a
chicken thing.
microwave comes out like a
No,
fucking
it's garbage.
disgusting.
Hot dogs. The best is broiling a hot dog in a toaster oven is actually the best way to cook a hot dog, as I've always found.
Yeah,
know, did I
or
ever-
don't eat the hot dog altogether. It's
You know what? This is funny that we're talking about hot dogs. This is the grossest thing I've ever heard. So we were at this bar one time just talking about snacks. I eat late, I fuck up. That's why I think I gained some weight. I make a sandwich, whatever. This guy goes, yeah, man, I have the same issue. I go, oh yeah, you make sandwiches? He goes, no, man, I eat hot dogs. I go, oh, fuck, yeah. Like, what do? You just fucking cook them and eat like a 12-pack or something? He goes, no, I just cut the pack and I just eat them raw. I go, what? I was gagging when I was saying, I go, what do you mean? I go, what about that slimy stuff? Do you rinse? He goes, no, you just open the pack, you just pick. I'm like, oh man, like you're eating that. Like I feel like puking right now. Like
eat them like they're
potato
pepperettes.
chips.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? Let me understand this. Listeners, listen to me carefully. He opens the hot dog pack, and that shit that's inside the hot dog, that slime, and he just takes it and he snacks on it like that.
Okay, as a kid, no problem.
Well,
No, but don't you at least rinse them with some water to get that shit off it?
Interestingly enough, only like when camping, like when I was a Cub Scout, or a scout, and we go camping, we would occasionally eat like unheated hot dogs because they're pre-cooked. So like,
Yeah, but with
Yeah.
the slime on them,
Well,
as
again,
a snack every day.
when you're a kid in the woods, you don't give
Yeah,
a
but this
crap.
guy's
or
a
a
grown
wasted
man.
gift.
He's a grown man saying that's what I snack on. I'm trying to tell him I make
No.
a mortadella sandwich at night and it's
Yeah.
not good. And this
If
guy's
you're-
telling me I eat raw hot dog. I'm like,
Well, yeah, he's
Get
got
some
to
help, bro.
Yeah, he needs help because like if you can't wait the 5 seconds that it takes to cook a hot dog.
no, but he said it was like a good thing. And I'm like, I've never heard of this.
When I lived in,
retarded.
when I first moved to Toronto, fucking 20 odd decades ago, there was the caretaker of my house. He was fucking, I'm sure he's clinically depressed, but he would come into the kitchen and the fridge was full of fucking cheese and hot dogs and white bread. And I walked in the kitchen one time. I was like, hey, how's it going?
Is his name Doug?
No, his name was Jeff.
Shit.
very close.
Well, but yeah, same 4-letter word, just a different name. And I see him, he goes, hey, I'm making a sandwich, you want one? I go, ah. And then he takes a hot dog out and he fucking puts it in the white bread and then he just squishes the bread around it and like makes a fucking, like, then put it in the microwave. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
no.
Everything
Oh, you
about
didn't put it in the microwave.
Oh, he did.
So you just
Yeah.
got that boiled kind of like, not boiled, nuked
Nuked.
bread
Nuked
with
white-
melted cheese on it.
Yeah.
That guy's a chef, your friend Jeff. Jeff is a chef.
yeah.
And I was like,
He's
nah,
probably
okay.
working at a top hotel making these hot dog fucking snacks.
I don't think so. No,
Daniel Ballud was his.
Daniel Ballud. Yeah, this dude ended up, we all ended up moving out of that house after he fell asleep carelessly smoking and the place burned down.
Wow. Jeff's
That's
a real
another
fucking
story.
smart fucking guy, eh?
Yeah.
Anyways, on that note, let's take a little break, guys. Ding, ding.
Yo, I'm Jared, Blowhard Talk Hard's biggest fan, and I just wanted to tell all you fine folks to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. Find us on all social media outlets at Blowhard Pod. Thanks, y'all.
Ding, ding. Welcome back, listeners. Rymer's still here. Pat's still here. Julian's still here.
We're all still here.
Yeah, we're still here. Fucking, they haven't dropped the bomb yet, so that's a good sign.
FYI, listeners, Rymer took an hour and a half extra to get here because he followed the GPS and he ended up somewhere in fucking Etobicoke when we live in downtown Toronto. I don't know what his problem was, but he apologized 10 times, but I don't accept that.
Well, he's
Fair
wasn't.
enough. I even left fucking early, by the way.
Yeah.
And I did. And I
1 o'clock
then I had a
starts at
detour.
2:30.
I was going to be here. Okay, I was going to be here a couple minutes after, but still, I was like, fuck me.
And I'm the guy that walks from like Parkdale to.
Oh yeah, another FYI, listeners. Pat is a Mr. Fitness. He walks from King Street all the way up to Lawrence, pretty much. Like he walks all the way here. That's crazy. It's like how long does it take you to walk?
Exactly 1 hour.
1 hour walk in this heat.
Wow.
And I was very sweaty, and I was wearing a tank top.
Yeah,
and
yeah, we don't need to hear
Julian
about your
called me
fucking-
gay.
No, I didn't call you that. I
That's
said the shirt you're wearing is pretty tight on you.
very tight.
And I was like, they go, well, you wear tank tops. I go, yeah, but they're not skin tight.
It was a hot day, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, you ever see those girls? Like, okay, this is a bad thing, but I'll say it anyways. They wear those tank tops with those little booty shorts, and their gut is bigger than mine. It's like, hey, lady, you got to be wearing that if you got a nice toned abs.
Oh man, let him rock it.
Yeah,
Let him rock it.
I appreciate
Let
the
them rock
sentiment
it.
because listen, the more skin the better, but also
I seen my
You gotta get your
second.
vitamin D.
I seen my second favorite girl this summer so far. Last time we were talking, Pat, we seen the best one I seen.
Yeah.
I seen number 2.
where was that?
I was going to the corner store to buy smokes, and the girl came out of her apartment, like it was like a main level. She was, I think, just taking out the garbage. She was wearing these black silk little shorts, wedged up her ass, and a little black tank top. Her face was like a model. She had these nice tats, but she was taking out the garbage.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I was like, holy fuck, this broad is fucking beautiful. And then that's it. I went into the store and I was like, when did she move into the area?
Yeah, you gotta have.
Actually, I'll
Should have given
lie.
you your card.
And again, I'm on my veranda having a smoke, and this girl's riding a bike, no hands, smoking, like, you know, the way she's just riding down the street, side street.
Yeah.
Again, little shorts, tank, face like a model, smoking, and she just looks at me, blows the smoke in my area, and just keeps going. I'm like, look at that bitch, but she was hot as fuck.
Yeah, all credit to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hands, smoking, blowing the smoke in my face, like, fuck you, loser.
Yeah,
What are
she's
you
got-
looking at?
Yeah.
exactly.
Something to say about that.
I've seen 3. Yeah. But the one taking out the garbage, I can't. I go, she must be sleep like that.
Yeah, that's just her like doing her chores. That's chore.
Yeah.
Dress.
Oh, yeah. That's inside clothing. When I come out with, like, nobody wants to see me in my underwear.
No. Thank you very much for being aware.
Anyways, getting back to
Pat.
that. Getting back to your tenant, that guy or you lived with, that guy Doug or Jeff, whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah, Jeff. So this was like one of those room deals. You know, you move to the city, you rent a room. You know,
He
fucking
burned down the hose.
burn down the house, man.
He fell asleep with a cigarette.
Yeah. So it was he was a hoarder as well. So that didn't make shit easy. So I end up. So my story on this side is I ended up staying over at a girlfriend's house, and I had shit to do like the Monday morning. All right, the following day I had some shit to do, so I wanted to get to the house early, and I was actually going to go home on a Sunday night, right? Because I have just I didn't have a change of clothes, just got done playing ball, went over to the girlfriend's house.
All right. Get to the fucking point.
You were banging some chick,
So
and you had to
basically-
go home and
What
wash
I'm
your
trying to say
balls.
is I had sex.
Good. That first fucking third time in 50 fucking years. Go on. So now Jeff's.
With a hot
now
lady.
what's Jeff doing at this point?
Jeff was doing some house repairs, and he was also, as I was saying, a hoarder. So imagine like a room, like a 12 by 12 room, which is his fucking bedroom, but he had only like maybe 4 feet of fucking usable space because he had fucking papers and boxes and things he found on the street, VCRs.
Yeah. I seen that show,
Crazy
Hoarders.
shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Total hoarder, man.
Yeah.
Like I once asked, hey, listen, I would like to I wanted to buy a VHS back in the day, and he goes, oh, hey, I got a couple here.
Yeah.
And fucking, it's
Why
not
do you need
working.
5 hammers for if you're not
Yeah.
even a carpenter? Yeah,
You know,
that's
and it
crazy.
didn't work. He goes, well, if you want to use parts, I got other VCR parts. I'm like, no, I'm just going to buy one. Thanks very much. It was like that kind of order. He had extra fucking shit. So when I came home early that morning at fucking 7 a.m., actually I came home at 7:30 a.m., and the clock outside must have said like, that because the fire department, there was fucking tape and shit around the house.
Was it like fired, like all gone?
The whole ground floor was like fucking just black. Like his room, like burnt up. He fell asleep on the
Did
couch.
he die?
No, he got out. He got out. The fucking cat that shat in the bathtub got out. There was like 3 other people living upstairs that got out. And they were concerned that nobody knew if I was home or not. My room was right above his shit. And they're like, oh my God, did he get out? And had I jumped out of the window, had I been there, he collected fucking stones that were outside my window. So if I had to jump, I would have
Do a pile
jumped
of
in a
rocks?
fucking pile of rocks.
See, that all comes down to like when you live with, like, do that living with people like that, man. Like, you got to make sure that people are cool.
Dude.
I remember when we came to Canada, like, I think my parents used to rent out the house just, to get extra money for the mortgage. They rented out, I remember going upstairs, this guy, again, another Jeff kind of guy, and he was, so we're like, in the bathroom, in the bathtub, he had every single piece of, what's it called? Dishware. pots, pans. It was full. He wouldn't wash dishes. He would just throw them in the bathtub. It was completely full of, and I'm like, get the fuck out of this house. Like, people are sick in the head, man. Like, and that's why people don't rent houses anymore. Like, you can't live with people like that. People don't understand the concept of, what's the word I'm looking here for? They just, if you live with somebody that's not, if they're not your kind of people, man, you can't live with these people. Like you said, the guy's burning down your house. What the fuck is that about? Why does this guy, he doesn't want to wash his dish, he throws it in the bathtub.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, after a week, you got a bathtub full of fucking dishes, and where does he take a bath?
Where I was gonna ask that. Where the fuck do you take a bath when a guy is
He
like?
probably did it. The guy was a fucking loser. I don't know what the fuck he did.
Well,
but
if you don't have time to do your dishes, you probably are not also making time to wash yourself.
But if you did it both at the same time, that'd be really efficient. But
Yeah,
it's
like
not like
when-
you didn't do either.
No,
like when-
the tub was filled with every fucking thing he had in the cupboard was in the bathtub. It's like,
Yeah, that's just insane in your
it's
head.
craziness. That's
Right.
what I'm trying to say.
I had a roommate. So she was a temporary roommate. A buddy of mine, he was away on tour, and so someone rented his room. She was cool, and so she was frustrated that I didn't do the dishes at the end of the night. Right? I like doing them in the morning. And then sometimes I'd fuck off and go to work. Okay, so I wasn't. I was pretty good. I was pretty good at doing the dishes, so I felt. But she would if they weren't done at night or first thing in the morning,
She'd be pissed.
she'd be pissed. Then one day she was like, "Fucking!" I woke up one morning, and in front of my room, she put all the fucking dishes, and I trip over them in the morning. What the fuck? And she goes, "Do the dishes,
That's
man."
crazy, that's crazy.
Since then, I've done the dishes every night before bed.
I've had a
Fucking
girl
25 years
when I
in.
used to live with her, and you know what? Every day she'd put the dishes, and I'd say, "You gonna do the dishes?" She would be like, "Yeah, I'll get to them later." 2-3 days later, I go, "You gonna do the dishes?" "Yeah, later." I'm like, in my head now, I'm burning.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you waiting for? Talking again, they're piling up.
Yeah.
It's something's wrong with people. Like, do the fucking dishes, wash the 2 cups now, then they don't gather up.
Then
You
you
feel
have
you accomplished.
25 cups in 3 days.
Yeah.
No, there's roommate, because again, when I moved to Toronto, coincidentally, I moved across the street from Julie, and we never knew this. I lived literally across the street from him from 1 year, and my roommate there,
You keep telling me this, I don't believe it.
but the
Were
guy
you
I
on
live
my
with,
side of the street or the other
no,
side of the street?
I was just across the street from you.
I can't believe this.
But the guy I live with, Jack, he seemed like a normal guy. I move in. Turns out he's a weird hoarder. Even to the point, when we're moving, we're because they pulled the old, because he was a weirdo, he got us evicted. We're moving in a week. He's like, "Pat, look what I found." He brings a whole pool table into the backyard. I'm like, "I got this pool table." I'm like, "Dude, we're moving in 1 week. What the fuck do we need a fucking disassembled pool table for?"
Oh, wow.
Did you guys use it? Did you play pool?
He just disassembled it. He just piled it in the backyard. I'm like,
fuck.
So literally, Jack and you lived across the street from my house.
for 1 year, I
And
was your
never
neighbor.
seen you. I do not believe this because
And I never saw you either, though, because I didn't recognize
everybody
you until
fucking
we
sees
met.
me on the street. I pull up in my car. Everybody, even the fucking Portuguese old lady, says hi to me.
I'm surprised we never, because I was just kind of a normal guy, and I walk everywhere, so I'm always up and down that street.
Everybody sees. Everybody talks to me.
And I
It's
really
weird.
love that street too. It's a good neighborhood. I really enjoy
Yeah, it
living
is.
there.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking talks to me. It's very strange. Even the Portuguese lady one time, she goes, "You were at the baseball game right at the bottom, right, with that girl?" I go, "She's seen me on TV." I go, "Yeah." I was like, so I can't believe you lived there for a year.
No, and it's funny because me and my friend, we would jam out in the garage in the back alley, and we'd
But
make
that's
a
the
lot
other
of
side.
yeah, but we'd make a lot of weird friends because we just have the door open and we would just be rocking out, and people would be coming by, and we'd
I'm
be
glad
like,
I fucking never seen you, man. I would have threw rocks at your head. or
no,
something.
you would have said.
What?
You would have had the same response the first time we met. You would have said, "This guy's okay."
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not very friendly when it comes to people around my house. One time, there was this guy that went around, and it was like 3 a.m. And he lit the blue boxes on fire. He was going around.
That's
Beside the house.
maniac.
Yeah, and this fucking guy, it was 2 a.m. He comes down to my door or my glass upstairs, and he starts pounding on the glass to warn us that there's a fire. Instead of knocking on the door like a human being, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is it, man? Are the cops are here again?" I'm not again. I mean, are the cops here? So all of a sudden, I open the door. I go, "Hey, man, what the fuck?" He goes, "You're on fire." I go, "Okay." Then the fire trucks came, and whatever, they took it out. But I'm like, "Hey, bro, why did you bang on the window like you were gonna break it?" And he was like, "Oh, I was just trying." I'm like, I never talked to the guy again. He moved away. I don't know. He was an idiot.
Was it a
Obviously a maniac.
regular blue box burner?
This guy who was going, not the guy who banged on the door, the window. The guy, that guy who did that, seen the fire from across the street.
Oh, okay.
This guy was going around burning garages, whoever it was, blue boxes beside the houses.
Fucking pyro, yeah.
Yeah, he was just a fucking crazy person. But the way the guy, my point is the way the guy tried to warn me, instead of knocking on the doorbell or knocking on the door, he pounded on the window like it was like, don't. I'm like, hey man, I got it. Thank you for warning me, but
that's not the normal way to do it.
not the way. Yeah, at least knock on the door.
Yeah, start with the door, maybe ring the bell and panic.
Yeah,
the panic.
then maybe look in the windows.
Call
if
the
you're
fire
looking.
department first.
The fire department came, whatever. But it was just funny how I don't know how this conversation we're talking about guys who put their fucking dishes in bathtubs.
Nutty neighbors, man. Nutty neighbors.
Well,
That's a nice
neighbors
thing.
and roommates, like crazy, like living with people is such a strange thing to do.
So how do people go on Kijiji and find a roommate?
That's how I found this guy.
Wow.
It was through
Yeah.
Kijiji.
So you could just go live with a fucking random stranger?
Well, listen, moving from a different city, there was the one way I said the easiest way, because like having to come back and
but
forth.
how do you know you're going to get along with the guy?
Well,
How
I
do you-
came in and I met him before I gave him any money.
So you meet him for 5 minutes.
I met a bunch of people. Like, well, yeah, we chatted. He's like, I liked, he had a, like, he was a nice guy. He just ended up being a real weirdo, but he was very nice.
So basically, your gut feeling is not a very good gut feeling, because I could tell people if they're cool right off the hop. Even because you know what, I could talk to you for 5 minutes and it's all lie. But I could also look at you and say you're fucked up. Man.
Yeah. Well, no, he was a nice guy. He was very earnest. He smoked a lot of weed. He was like,
That doesn't make him a nice guy. Makes him a.
he just was a weird dude that was like,
How old was he
he was around my age. So like,
back then? 35, whatever.
yeah, and probably the same age now.
Right, he's still 35.
Yeah,
Oddly
let's
enough,
do the
you know
math.
what was weird? Like 1 week ago, he called me. I didn't answer the phone. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy calling me for? So I
Got
didn't-
extra pool table.
He finally put it together. He said, hey, I found some balls. Do you want to play pool?
You know what? I think this episode is about the fucking don't fucking live with a fucking weird fucking stranger or a hoarder, burn down your house. I can't do that, man.
No, the second I could live by myself, I just got my own place.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah,
like-
but hey, this is not my story. But I have a buddy who lived just down the street from me, and he was possibly going to be my roommate. I knew him back from Calgary, but he's like, "Oh no, I found a place as well with a roommate." It's great because I already had somebody live with me, so it was going to be 3 people. Digressing, and the guy he moves in with, right, is this artist who. So my buddy goes to bed, and his roommate fucking dropped a lot of LSD.
Oh, God.
And he fucking woke up to the smell of paint or something like that, like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, whatever fucking time it is. And the dude had painted the entire house, like this apartment they lived in, like fucking all sorts of colors with acrylic paints. And he's like, and he says, "Hey man, do you like what I'm doing?" I'm like, "We're fucking entering like some portal." And he's like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
Wow.
And so he's like, "I gotta get out of here."
Yeah.
And then when he came home, he left the house like in the morning to go do some shit, and he came back, and the guy was still fucking, tweaking wire. Now the house is all black, like painted, almost like
That's
dark
all
black.
you need, yeah.
It's like,
Live with a fucking guy who does shit like that.
Now he's
So
living on my
I
couch
fucking-
until he can find a place because he's just, fuck this. Understandable.
Anyways,
There's no shortage of weirdos.
from now on, just fucking live by yourself and everybody.
it's the
fuck
best
that.
way to do it. You can fart whenever you want. You can do whatever you
Never
want.
mind going to Kijiji and finding a fucking psycho who does LSD and paints the apartment while you're sleeping.
Yeah, or brings a pool table over 3 days before you have
Yeah,
to move.
burns
Bing,
out.
bing. We're out of here, man.
All right,
Julian,
Rymer.
Pat?
we are gone, listeners.
Go Habs, go.
Go Habs, go. Habs are winning the cup. Don't forget. Have a good week, everybody. Be safe.